So today I have with me Mackenzie McGuire, which she is the Assistant Athletic Director for Marketing, Promotions, and Licensing. Um, so this past weekend, did you watch any of the football games for, not football games, the Pro Bowl? Did you watch any of that?
I actually didn't get a chance to. I was busy with either working here on campus or just kind of relaxing and taking a day off. So sadly, and I don't have cable, so that doesn't really help me there.
Yeah. So you did mostly work. So
Mm-hmm.
as marketing, promotions, and licensing, could you elaborate more on what you do?
For the marketing side, it's really coming up with different, and I guess marketing promotions together is kind of coming up with fun events. So on Saturday we had a whiteout, and between myself and men's and women's basketball, we pitched in and bought over 1,300 whiteout shirts, and trying to promote the game, get people there. It was all free, or the shirts were all free, and then coming up with in-game promotions to do. We also had Carson's and Student Body sponsor this weekend.
Okay.
So we were able to give away a huge amount of gift cards. So working with different companies around town or even corporate sponsors like that are larger is kind of like my niche that I work with to bring those free items in for students and for fans. And then more, I guess, the marketing side is just keeping sponsors. So today I went in and talked to a few different sponsors, and I'm currently in the process of trying to get more sponsors in, change the different levels to bring more money and more giveaways in for our students and our fans, because it makes the experience a lot more fun.
Yeah.
And anymore, that's something you really have to move towards, because a lot of people like watching things on TV. So as I like to say, you just have to sometimes beat technology, which is never easy, but that's what I'm working on. What I do is anywhere you see the paw, it has to go through me. So any large branding items, usually they know our brand standards, and someone either in marketing or myself are in the conversation anywhere on campus. But anytime that it's printed on a t-shirt for sales, it has to come through me through an approval process. I was actually at one of our vendors yesterday, and I noticed a lot of illegal paws, so I'm having to work with Learfield licensing to figure that out and be like, hey, like, you know, you have these paws that are not allowed. So that is my world. Anytime someone wants to print a new shirt, it all comes through Learfield, and I then just go through an approval process. If I see something wrong, I will comment back and say, hey, you just need to switch this up. But I work a lot with our marketing department on campus. So that's a lot of fun to work with that group of people to make sure that we keep our brand secure and to the standards that we have.
You mentioned about putting home basketball games together, like trying to bring in sponsors and like putting on specific themes and things like that. Do you have any for the near future that you are working on?
Yes, so our next big one is for Pink Out. It's on February 15th against Pitt State, and that's probably my favorite one, to be honest. We attempt to do it for every one of our female sports, but we always tie in the men's sports with it. So that night we'll be having our Pink Out game. We've been selling shirts, but we also sold them leading up to the other for soccer and volleyball. So then this time we'll have a large auction. The basketball is always our largest auction. And then that's also when we announce who will be receiving the money, and we have them out on the court, and we have a nice recognition for them, because all the money that we raise then goes back to a community member who is either battling breast cancer or some other type of cancer. So that's our next one. I'm really excited about it, and it should be a really good turnout.
That's awesome. So you were mentioning that you do the Pink Out for each of the sports. Have you had like a very successful one out of those sports?
So far it's been successful altogether so far, especially because this year we did something a little different than what the AD in this position before. They never sold shirts as part of it, and so it's been really successful with our shirts because we're making a decent amount of money off of them, but still selling them at a reasonable price. So that's been really nice to have that extra money go towards the full fund. So that's been a little different, but I would say our most successful will be basketball. It always is. It's our most attended. And we have a lot more things that we auction off at the basketball game.
Yeah. So other than the Pink Out for the future, do you have any others that you're working on that you can talk about, that you have released or anything?
For softball and baseball, we're currently working on a military day.
Okay.
We're going to have a Pink Out, and then Greek Life reached out, and they would like to do some special tailgate and raise money for some philanthropy. So that'll go on probably during the Greek week, but then I've already started working on next semester for football and a few other sports, so I'm trying to set dates. We already have homecoming and family weekend, military day, all of those already set. My goal is to have may not be as big of an impact of a whiteout, but it'll be something along those lines if I were able to get a bunch of shirts and sell them and make an impact for a game. That's my dream, but I have to find a sponsor for that. Because, funds-wise, that's something I need before I were to order 8,000 shirts if I wanted to. But so I'm hoping that might happen.
Yeah, of course.
And then just kind of already pre-planning for Pink Outs for next year.
Exactly.
And then hopefully doing some fun themes for soccer and volleyball and doing some big promotions there to change it up, because since I came in so late into the game this last year, I wasn't able to implement as many things as I hoped.
Yeah. So with sponsors, do you ever struggle with getting sponsors, or are they very nice about either like declining or accepting?
Yes. No, so far, I mean, when I came in, I already had a lot, like they were already kind of there for me. But I've worked really closely with some of ours, and, I'm trying to get a big app right now that's a rewards app, and I'm pushing very hard for it, and there's just been a few sponsors that are like, I'm really interested, but right now I just can't do the funds for that. So I think that's been my hardest thing lately, is like getting someone to say yes for a big chunk of money. And I'm realizing I might just have to kind of divide it up between 4 or 5 different sponsors. Which might be what I have to do, but I was kind of hoping that I could find someone to just own it and take it. But I've had a few people that pretty much just like, no. They're very blunt about it. And I was like, okay. Thanks. Thank you. But no, I think we have some amazing sponsors. We really do. And I have a great communication and relationship with all of them. So I think there's going to be some really big and good things to come here in the next few years. Yeah.
You mentioned about an app. Now, would that be like through your phone, like rewards-wise? Could you explain that a little more?
It is through FanMaker is the company that I've been looking at. And it's a rewards app that works with beacons and geofiltering. So essentially, anyone can download this. It's a free app, and it has all of our schedule and all of that on there. And you get points by going to sporting events, or if we were to help host for a jazz festival or something on campus. And we just geofilter the area with the beacons or together, and you get points, and then you can redeem them for different things. So anywhere from like a t-shirt or a sticker up to sideline passes, or if we do something really big, like we buy a 70-inch TV, I don't know, something crazy. If we were to do that, then we could do raffles. So like this is just a guess of like, okay, it's 5,000 points to enter in for a sweepstake for large TV or something like that. So there's a lot of options with it. It's also really nice because we're hoping to be able to send in game notifications to everyone so that they know the scores of the game. So it'll kind of be like ESPN updates that you receive for Division I schools. It'll be essentially taking the spot of that, because ESPN app doesn't have that, and there's no Division II platform for that. So this will just allow us to send notifications to our fans at the end of every single game saying, hey, Bearcats won or Bearcats lost or whatever like that. So I think that'll be a really good addition, because a lot of people have mentioned that during our focus groups that they would really like that. So I think it'll be a really good addition. I just have to find the funds for it.
Yeah. Now, is that have there been funds put away towards it? Like, is it something in the near future?
It was actually something that I came up with during my interview process.
Okay.
It was something that I found online. I've done a lot of research over the last few years of essentially bringing fans in and then keeping them. And so there is no funds set aside right now. That's just something that I'm looking for right now.
Yeah. Okay. Now, with licensing, you talked about people that print the ball illegally. Now, do you ever have do you have much trouble with with that happening, do you ever like confront them and just say like, this should be going through me?
Right. There are some that I have to do. Mainly, like if anything, like one of our big vendors that have a full license, Learfield does a lot of that.
Okay.
I don't have to do a lot of it. That's nice is that they take that end of it for me. But we just implemented a crafter's license, so I've gone around to all of the boutiques and like starting to hit up the Etsy shops that I know sell Northwest gear and just saying, hey, like, you know, it's only $100 for 2 years, and it's just more or less saying, hey, we're protecting our paw. We spent a lot of money to register it and trademark everything. So, I don't have a lot of trouble. There's been a few people that I've had to be like, hey, you know, and they understand. They're like, no, I get it. But I haven't had any big problems. Once I figure out how this one goes with the vendor that I found out yesterday, we'll see how that goes. But other than that, no, I haven't.
That's good.
Haven't had any problems with it.
Now you run a internship program. Mm-hmm. Could you explain the title of that internship program and the goal of it?
Yep. Their title is Marketing and Promotions Interns. So for football, it's a lot of manual labor. They'll quickly tell you that. So it's a lot of setting up tables, tearing down things, setting up the big inflatable, all of that. And then a lot of it comes more, the detail-wise comes into more, especially basketball and volleyball and soccer, all of those sports, because we do a lot of theme nights, especially for basketball. Like we've done the Whiteout, we've done the Space Jam and all of that. Yeah. So they've each kind of gotten to own a game and be the ones that come up with the promotions at halftime. Yeah. They're the ones that help with anything on social media, all of that. So that's kind of the experience that they get for the marketing side in a bit. But then, like I always tell them, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. So I have a lot of them that come into the office and they work on things, and then that's when they get to do bigger projects. Yeah. Whether that be research for me on something or actually flat out doing a project for me. So it just kind of depends. It's one of those things is how much they want to get out of it, and I have a great group of interns that have worked very hard this year, and I'm very excited to see all the different projects they've been working on. They run the music, they make sure all the t-shirts are out or any posters, they make sure all the setup, they kind of just help with the whole overall atmosphere of a game. Yeah.
Now, has this internship program been going on for years? Is it something that's recently new?
I want to say, well, I did it for about 3.5 years.
Okay.
Before I came here, I was the intern for the guy that was in the position before me, and I think he had it going for 3 or 4 years before that. Okay. So it's been at least 8 years probably that the internship's been going, and it's been really successful, and it's grown over the years. Yeah. So that's been really cool, especially be part of it and say, like, I was in your shoes at one point, and now I'm, you know, an assistant athletic director. So it definitely helped me open a lot of doors, and obviously open the doors to getting my dream job here. Yeah.
Now for the internship, is there a specific start and end date? Is it for each semester or the whole year?
Usually we do it, so I'll send out this next month or two, the information. You can apply, all of that, and send your resumes in, and then we do interviews in April, and then I'll hire at the end of the semester, and then they'll start in August. Okay. So, and then it goes through the year. I did actually add someone on this semester. I lost an intern because she graduated, or she's student teaching now. Yeah. And so a professor actually referred someone, and so I sat down and interviewed her and added her to the team. So I think I'll have quite a few carryover for next year, but I'll still be looking for a couple more new ones to start in August 2018. But it usually goes school years, and then anyone that wants to take the chance to sit down and work with me over the summer, I get that option as well. Yeah. Now,
do you mainly get marketing interns, or is there maybe a variety? Is there...
I would say there's a variety. The girl that just left, she was an education major. Okay. I currently have a meteorology major. That one's a little interesting, but she's great. She loves it. And then a lot of them are marketing or business or PR. I get a lot from that. Pretty much communications and marketing business area. But I've always been a firm believer that I feel like if you have people from different educational backgrounds, it really helps, because then they bring different ideas to the table, and then they also open the door to a whole different group of undergrads and students, because they have other friends that, you know, are outside of the in different majors. So
of course,
there's no regulations on it.
Yeah. So you said that you were doing this internship before you got this job.
Yes.
Now, is there any like hidden secrets that when you were doing an internship that you now got the job and realized, oh, I also have to take on this? Or does that question make sense?
Like, is there more
to it than what was presented during your internship?
More to this job?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
I had an idea because I was very close to Nate, who was in a position before me, so he trusted me with a lot of things, and he would tell me about a lot of different things he did in his job, but there are still things that I'm like, oh boy, I didn't even know he did this. So I think there's a lot of things, but that comes with it because I'm now in a full-time position instead of an unpaid intern, or we like to say paid by pizza and t-shirts. So, it's a completely different ball game, and you're just at a different level. So there's a lot more to it, but there's still a lot of similarities. You're just more the leader of it all, and you let the interns implement things and give them a chance to do things. And I think that's been the weirdest thing is, like, I'm no longer the one running the music. I'm the one that sits at the end of the table and, like, tells them what to do and knows what's going on, and it is different. So, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
No problem.
And it was great talking to you.
Great talking to you too.